In this video, I'm going to show you the exact strategy to generate B2B leads with LinkedIn ads, so you get the maximum number of B2B leads for the lowest cost. I use this exact strategy to generate 714 leads in 1 month for one of my clients. And by the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to increase your conversion rate by 6 times. Let's take a high-level look at how this strategy will work. We'll start by using LinkedIn's Campaign Manager to target our ideal customers. We'll show them an ad, and in this ad, we'll show them an offer or a lead magnet of something they can download. When they go to download it, they'll see a lead gen form pop up. And finally, once they submit the lead form, they can download the lead magnet. Now, this approach generally yields me high value leads around between $50 to $150, depending on a number of different factors. I've even gotten leads for as low as $20, and I've seen them higher as well. Let's talk about targeting. In this video, I won't go deep here, but LinkedIn's targeting is extremely powerful, which is why LinkedIn ads is so effective for targeting your ideal customer. You want to target your ideal customer as precisely as possible. You can use job title, industry, company size, you can use their skills. There are so many different ways to target your ideal customer. Now that we're targeting the right people, we need to think about what to put in front of them. In order to generate a lead, we have to offer something really valuable to people. Because people don't just give you their email address and phone number for no reason. So what's the most valuable thing we can offer? You might be shocked to know that lead magnets still perform really well for lead generation. And this could be anything from ebooks to white papers, guides, cheat sheets. I've seen so many different things work, and it really varies by your target audience and what's most valuable to them. Coming up with a lead magnet that's really compelling and irresistible for your ideal customer is super important to get right. I recommend using AI like ChatGPT to help you come up with ideas and brainstorm some titles and names of what this lead magnet could be. Now let's look at the anatomy of a LinkedIn ad used for lead generation. We've got the introductory text at the top. We've got the headline or text in the image itself. We've got the lead magnet or offer that someone can download. And we've got the call to action text. When getting started with your ad creative, it's always easiest to start with an image. Images perform very well, and they're very quick to make and iterate and make changes on. You can also use video and other ad formats, but it takes a little bit more video editing and changing to make adjustments. When thinking through what copy to use in your ad, you really want to focus on your customer's biggest pain points and problems, as well as the goals, the outcomes, or the benefits that they're really after. Here are a couple of examples to give you a really good idea of how we want to structure the copy. For example, in the introductory text, we're focusing on the pain point or problem. In the headline of the image itself, we're focusing on the main benefit or outcome for what they want. Having the text on the lead magnet itself be large and legible is really important so people can glance at the lead magnet and get a sense of what it actually is. Finally, for the call to action text at the bottom, we're telling them to take action by downloading our free lead magnet. One of the most impactful ways to get the highest performance in your lead generation campaign is to make sure that the copywriting in the ad aligns very well with the copywriting in the lead gen form. In other words, you want the two to match. Because if someone clicks on the ad that says one thing and opens a lead gen form that says something else, they're not going to convert. And you're going to pay for those clicks and get a very high cost per lead. But if the copy in the lead gen form directly aligns with the copy in the ad and what they saw as the lead magnet, then the conversion rate will be much better and the cost per lead will be much lower. I recommend to start out with at least 2 different ads to A/B test and see what performs best. You can even do a multivariate test and start with 5 different ads and see what performs well. I would hold all the variables constant and just change something like the headlines. That way you can see which variable is the one that's affecting performance. Contrary to what you might believe, when you first start running your ads, your goal is not ROI. Our goal is to collect data to find out which ads are performing well and which aren't. So if you have a large budget, you'll collect a lot of data really quickly. But if you have a small budget, you'll have to run it for more time to get that data so that it's statistically significant. When auditing LinkedIn ads accounts, the biggest mistake I see is companies not using lead gen forms. Instead, they're sending users off to a landing page. Lead gen forms can perform at 6 times higher conversion rates. That means the cost of your lead drops down to 1/6. What's the reason for this? LinkedIn's native lead gen forms have no friction. The user doesn't have to go to a landing page, wait for it to load, navigate that landing page, and then fill in their information like their email address into a little form field, which is hard to do on mobile. With LinkedIn's lead gen forms, all they have to do is push a button. There's no friction. So rather than your conversion rate being 5% like on a landing page, it could be as high as 20-30%. I've even seen conversion rates at 40% using LinkedIn's lead gen form. When you're setting up your campaign and choosing the settings, you want your objective to be lead generation. You want to make sure that audience expansion is turned off and LinkedIn Audience Network is also turned off. For your bidding strategy, you don't want LinkedIn to overspend for you. So you want to choose manual bidding as your bidding strategy, and you want to put in a manual bid. The first bid you put in is somewhat of a guess. If you're still spending your full daily budget, then you can decrease your bid. And if you're underspending your budget, then you can increase your bid. But note that you can bid a lot lower than what LinkedIn recommends. The biggest challenge you'll face with LinkedIn ads is not in generating leads, but in converting cold leads into booked demos or sales calls. You'll need to leverage retargeting, get your audience targeting more precise, and build trust and credibility with your target audience. Check out my other video where I go over best practices for LinkedIn ads.